This place first opened way back in 1957. We are inside legendary Lambeau Field here in Green Bay. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Chicago Bears and the Green Bay Packers.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. It's caught here by Adams. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Of course, they had the option, and they choose to not take the penalty.
They like the results of the play that they just ran, and they elect to let them stand.
So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard.
Chopper!
The first carry for Josh Adams. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are. Stay with who you know. And go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
Once more, Adams on first down. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That good for 19 and a first down. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 43.
Switch! Jump out! Plant.
On first down, this is Adams. Tackle was made by Joel Iyiegbuniwe.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
58, right over there. Yeah.
Here's Rodgers. And it's complete to Kelsey. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 20-yard line.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down.
58, the money. They pick it up.
Into the red zone. It's Rodgers. His throw caught right around the 6. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Watch the back. Check.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line.
And, Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll go to Adams, try to pound it in. And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. Josh Adams with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Packers take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Good one, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
Ready, ready! 60 yards.
Hey, watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And this defense feeling the encouragement. They stop him at the line of scrimmage on the first play of the afternoon. In on the stop defensively, Raekwon McMillan.
2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Montez Sweat leading the surge there as he drops him for a loss of 6.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And taken at the 46. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And the Packers will have a short field to work with here as they take over 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down. It's Adams. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
88.
You got to get moving, man. Man, moving. You got to get that. 45.
Rodgers now to throw. Making the catch is Sternberger. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
And the Bears in the nickel. No, wait, they're in the dime. 6 DBs out there on 3rd.
Could play an exotic coverage.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. 14 yards, good for a Packer 1st down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Rodgers will bring him up to the line, 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. And they'll run it here with Adams. Down to the 30 after a gain of 3. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They run on 2nd down with Adams. And he's got about 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 25. And he's going to take this down close to a 1st down at about the Bears' 25. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Check. Joker. 36.
Here we go. 58.
They'll try and pick up the 1st down with Adams. And the ball is knocked out. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to their goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically, what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Here's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. They'll try to run for it with Cohen. And he will have the first down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
You ain't doing nothing today. You ain't doing nothing today.
They're going to look to throw. Gets this to his running back, Tariq Cohen. It'll be a gain of 6, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
2nd and 4. Hits his target. It's Taylor Gabriel. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. The Packers bringing in an extra member of the secondary here to try for the 3rd down stop. They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. And an alley to run. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. 1st down, a run with Cohen. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first.
What's the old adage, partner? Don't judge the book by its cover, because this guy, he takes the mantra that he'll go down with a brisk gust of wind and sets it on its head. Great effort there to break a tackle and come up with a nice gain.
Now they'll run it with Cohen. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
They'll run on 2nd down with Cohen.
The running game's played a huge part in getting them down to this point on the field. I say stay with it. Keep pounding the football. Keep driving. Keep grinding.
Yeah, even down in the red zone, keep going for it.
No doubt about it. Dance with what brung you.
Gets it to Gabriel on the jet sweep. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
A lot can go wrong when you call a play like this down in the red zone, but that's where you appreciate this from your head coach. He's not afraid to trust his guys to do the right thing, and as a player, that means an awful lot.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. David Montgomery, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point safely through, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. Short kick here, fielded about the 17. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35.
Let's go.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it? Touchdowns.
Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
Check out 300. Check out 300.
From the 38, Rodgers. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
And I feel like my man, Old Mo, momentum might be changing jerseys right now. How about what they just got done? They scored a touchdown their last drive. Now here's a 3 and out. Maybe momentum's getting ready to creep to the other sideline.
Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. And I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. Do they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
A gain there of 12 yards and a 1st down for the Bears. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
They'll look to throw here. Finding Gabriel complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
On the set.
58, come on. Dan.
Hey, let go. Now.
Back to throw. And he completes it to Cohen. A gain of 4 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver.
Packer pressure, and down he goes. Rashawn Gary, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on 3rd down. Not wanting to risk another sack, they'll play it safe with a run. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Take it at the 37. They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A good return there, 17 yards. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
Rodgers
now on 1st down. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Sean Williams. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the 1st half. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
That is caught by Cohen. A gain there of 12 yards and a 1st down for the Bears. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. They'll set up a throw. Going up top. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. So we are at halftime here on Halloween. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, so it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the 3rd quarter.
Let's go!
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's 2nd and 8. Wide open receiver complete. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the 1st. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Montez Sweat in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Back to throw here. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. A good pickup, 17 yards and a Bear 1st down. On 1st down, Cohen. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Hey, we got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving.
2nd and 9 now. That's complete to the Memphis man, Anthony Miller. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. He'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
So good field position for the Packers as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Go to 50. Hey, you block over here. 45. Hey, Charlie.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Pass hauled in by the 6'4" tight end Sternberger. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. Here's Rodgers to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. It's a big play that time for the Packers. 53 yards.
Switch it.
First and goal at the 7-yard line.
You draw Corker. Go right. Bang.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Josh Adams, his 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the numbers. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Josh Jackson, the former Iowa Hawkeye, made the play defensively.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on 1st down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Again, it's Cohen. He's got a 1st down and then some at midfield. Now, I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film sessions and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
15 line. 15 line. Fire.
They try again with Cohen. Oh, Cohen lost the football. And the Packers pick it up. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. From midfield, here's Rodgers. It's caught here by Adams. Touchdown, Packers! Davante Adams, his 1st touchdown on the year. And the forced fumble defensively leads to 6 points for the Packers. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they felt like they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Montez Sweat able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his third sack of the afternoon. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Instead, they go empty backfield as they'll look to throw. 14 yards, but they're still well shy of a first as that leads to 4th down. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Open man, Taylor Gabriel. He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. Back now at Lambeau. It's Bears football, but they trail on the scoreboard as we get set to bring you the 4th quarter. Now a throw here to his running back. Call it a gain of 5, and it's a 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. A Chicago 1st down there on a gain of 11. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll look to throw. And that incompletion breaks a string of 5 straight connections. And it's 2nd down. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. 2nd and 10. Gets this to his running back, Tariq Cohen. That was the 9th play of the drive, and they pick up 9 yards with it. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. Now back to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's going to get the 1st down here as he's taken down at the 22. They'll get just a couple, but the sticks move again.
On the ready. 27, Mike 27. Let's run. 5.
They'll drop to throw. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of the ball.
Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Kevin King with a pick. Past the 10 to the 11-yard line, and that's where the return stops. They brought the house that time on the young rookie, maybe a little rattled through the pick.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that way. So when you see that, the ball's got to get out of your hands quickly, and that means your receivers have to understand they have to break off their routes quickly as well.
10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
He's checking. He's 6'6". Pull it high. Check 43.
On 2nd and very short, Rodgers. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. Getting a hand in there and knocking it away, Eddie Jackson. Charles, thinking back to what you said in the first quarter, that part of the magic elixir for a road victory for these underdogs was going to be winning the turnover battle. Well, they only have one right now. Look at the scoreboard.
Yeah, not exactly playing to the form that I subscribed, right? When you talk about winning that turnover battle, that evens things out, especially for a road team, especially for a team that's an underdog.
And it's complete to Kelsey. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first. Rodgers now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. A carry for Adams. Takes this one across the 35 to the 36. A gain of about 4. That's a gain of 4 as we slip inside of 4 minutes left in regulation.
Now 2nd and 6 at the 36-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Drop deep, drop deep.
Easy. Recon, 132 fighter.
Again, here's Adams. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
45. Mike, 45. Set the tone.
Now Rodgers. Making the catch is Sternberger. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. And I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get them down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, it does them no good to go back and say, well, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Cohen. He takes this from the 30 to the 34.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by the former Bear, Adrian Amos. And they will score. It's a Packer touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Looking to throw. And this is Gabriel on the catch. Given 7 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. And he completes it to Cohen. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A good pickup there, 21 yards. They'll look to throw again. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
On second down, it's Montgomery. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. David Montgomery, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bears get a bit closer.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
And this is recovered by the Packers, so that might just about do it. Well, for a second there, I had flashbacks to a few years ago, the NFC Championship game for the Packers, but here they're able to hold on.
And many things changed in Green Bay after that game. Personnel, people coaching, the whole deal. And in this case, they get it done. No fail like they had in Seattle.
And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got two more to use here in the final stages.
Out. 50. Kill. 25.
Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage.
That's it, baby.
Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play.
Check 45. Inside. Hey, let's get this. 45, Mike. 40. Hey, Foxtrot.
On third and long, it's Rodgers. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. On now is the Packers punter, as he'll come on to kick this one away. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin them back. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here.